Well, I think it is well beyond time to clean this mess up and start setting this shop up. As you can see, this is the last wall left to close in on the back side here, but I need to get all this crap out of here, cleaned up, organized, because it'd make it a lot easier for me to complete that back side. Just look at all this crap. I got a bunch of tools to go up above. That sheet metal that's left over there, that is destined to be screwed to the wall to have a little protection from fire for the forging area, which is going to be in that back corner over there. But we have a good sized sticker stack pile of black cherry and some elm in there. We gotta get that out of there. Those tarps right there, those are the ones that were screwed to the side of the building here. They need to go. But it is quite refreshing to look at that wall over there and not see the backyard. So, I guess it's time. Enough talk. Ugh, I hate cleanup time, if you can't tell. But what a mess. Now, when we go to do that back wall, we have some girts to put in, and they're just going to be probably 1-inch housings into there and timber locked into the timbers. The reason I'm doing that, when I built that bed, I was figuring on putting doors covering the entire back wall. I've since decided against that, so that's going to get the same style as the rest of it here. But like I said, time to get this shit cleaned up. I got a nice pallet jack over there I could be using. Instead it's buried in garbage and all that. I mean, over here we have, oh, just everything you could imagine. I don't even know what all this stuff is, but I do know I need it cleaned up. So here we go. I'll see you on the other side of it. Alright, so this corner right here, we have one cleaned out corner in this whole building. Long ways to go, but it's one corner closer than we were a couple of hours ago. So on this wall right here, because we're going to put the forge in this, I'm actually really considering walling off the forge as a separate area. We're maybe going, taking up 2 bays, half of it, so it'd be like 12 feet wide by 24 feet long, figure for a forge. My reasoning behind that is, in my experience of doing a lot of different things, you end up cross-contaminating a whole lot of the things that you're trying to do. So when I'm wrenching on chainsaws in my wood shop, the grease gets all over all the woodworking stuff. When I'm trying to do woodworking with chainsaws around, the chainsaws get coated in sawdust and all the grease, and they're a real pain to clean. Same thing happens with blacksmithing. Grinding. Blacksmithing is a dirty business. Anybody who does it can tell you it is a really dirty business. Between grinding dust, coal dust, all that good stuff, it's messy. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, over time I want to make this its own section of the barn. I kind of like having different areas to work in. I think it helps keep a little organized. Not that, well, you guys looking around here know exactly how organized this is. But, so, now that we're rambling on, I want to take this wall up to about here and cover it with sheet metal. I've got a lot of sheet metal scrap left over from the roof. I should have enough to at least do this wall right here and get it pieced in. I've got the cover sheet that came with my pile. That's a full sheet. It's blue. It's not the same color as the galvanized, but what do I care? You know what I mean? Big thing I'm looking for is to keep this place from catching on fire. Awful lot of work went into this to have it burn to the ground. Now, I'm not going to worry about insulating this section. Being a forge and a blacksmith shop, it's going to get hot in here. Between the propane forge and the coal forge, mostly the propane, it'll drive you right out of a place. I mean, they get super hot. So I'm thinking come summertime, I'm not going to want it 120 degrees in here. So I want it to be able to breathe a little bit. I'm more concerned with heating the second floor where the wood shop's going to be, where we're going to spend a lot of our time. So what we've done so far, I moved all of our sticker stack black cherry, if you're wondering what that wood was we're moving. That is destined to be a dining room table in the buffet for my wife. She doesn't know it yet, so hopefully she doesn't watch this, but that's what that's destined to be. I've also have some pretty wide elm slabs, about 6 feet long, 5 or 6 feet long. Those are going to end up being like a coffee tables, things like that. Plus, well, we could talk about future shit all day long. So what I'm going to do is get this piece on. I've got another full width piece to put up above it. I've got some pieces we could piece in the bottom. Big thing I'm looking to do, I don't want sparks and stuff like that hitting this wood. I mean, over time this wood's going to get really dry, be really easy to set it off. So let's get to work on that. While we have a little bit of daylight left, there's not much. Once we're done with that, maybe we'll move upstairs and work on some stuff. Now stay tuned. See if we can get her to fit.
copper in your hand, and then you take a torch to it. That's what it smells like. Here. truckers
No.
that were